Hey guys, welcome to my reading list for the weeks of February 18th to March 4th. This is probably, I know I keep saying this, but after this reading list, I only have about 6 books on my reading pile to read, so I might do one more after that, but then pretty soon my stack in the shelves and my reading pile are going to be completely identical. You'll see that a lot in this. Most of my reading pile is stuff I got in the last couple weeks. It's a very weird feeling to like get to the point where I'm like, okay, well, I can read whatever I want because I don't have anything to read right now. So I can just go to the library and pick up something if I want. It's kind of fun. Anyways, I'll go ahead and get into my reading list. A lot of these you saw me get as review books a couple weeks ago or earlier in the year. There's a couple to be read in here, but I really don't have much anymore. So pretty short list. All right, so the first book I'm going to read, hopefully, is Steam Fate by Daughtrey. This is an erotic tale of romance and revolution. It's a steampunk novella that a lot of people have really liked. I went ahead and picked it up. I found it when I was looking for some good steampunk reads. So you'll see there's quite a bit of steampunk in this file because I was like in a series like I want to read more steampunk phase. So hopefully that'll be a good little read. The next one is also a steampunk read, and that's Vankara by S.J. West, in the first book in the Vankara saga. Again, this is another steampunk novel. I wanted to read it for a long time. I finally got it for Kindle like the end of last year and plan on reading it. This is a review book, so there are a couple review books in here too, and it's Smoke and Key by Kelsey Sutton. I'm trying to remember. She's written a couple other young adult books. She has a very unique writing style. They're always very creative ideas, sometimes a little bit ambiguous and hard to grasp, but I was excited to she has another book out. She doesn't write a lot of books, and I always enjoy like the concepts and ideas behind them. So I'm excited to read this. This comes out in April. Got that for review through NetGalley. This one's also a review book, The Raven's Tale by Kat Winters. Again, I've read all of Kat Winters' novels. I think I probably really love about 80% of them. There've been a couple books in there where I'm just like, ooh, I didn't like that. But I'm excited about this because this is supposed to be a young Edgar Allan Poe tale. So very excited to see, how I like this. And I think that comes out in May, if I remember correctly. All right, so the next one is a to-be-read pile book, and that is In the Cities of Coin and Spice by Catherynne and Valente. This is the second book in the Orphan's Tales series. I did just finish the first book in the Orphan's Tales series, so a review will be posting for that later this week. I loved it. Catherynne Valente can be a little hit and miss. Her writing style is always beautiful, but can be kind of ambiguous and kind of hard to read sometimes. Like, you really have to concentrate. And this was a very unique way to do a story. It's like a story about some characters, and then those characters tell a story, and the characters in that tell a story. So you end up 6 or 7 layers deep in story. So you kind of go down into the story, and then you come back out of it, right? Very good. I mean, I liked all the stories within the stories. They were all very engaging and very interesting. The only issue I had with the first book in the series is you got to remember, like, by the time you're like 7 layers down to the story, and then all of a sudden you go back to the first story, you're like, okay, now what was happening? So I liked it a lot. I think it's really, the first book of the series was my favorite Catherynne and Valente book that I've read, and I've read almost all her novels. So I'm super excited to read the second one. The next thing in my list is Moss Forest Orchid by Shari L. Tapscott. I don't know a ton about this. I think it's like fantasy romance. I picked this up for Kindle in January because I had like some Amazon money, and I thought, well, this is one I wanted to read for a while, so hopefully that's a good one. This one I also bought for Kindle when I bought Moss Forest Orchid. It's marked by Dragon's Blood by N.M. Howell, and it's the first book in that series. First book in the Return of the Dragonborn series, I guess. So yeah, I actually really like the cover on this one. I've heard really good things about it. It's supposed to be a very good, like, solid fantasy. So yeah, hopefully that'll be a good one. And then this one is one I didn't quite get to on my last. I actually only didn't get to one book in my reading list from the last 2 weeks. I did a really good job. I read 9 out of the 10 books I had planned on reading. So. And that is That Ain't Witchcraft by McGuire. And this is the 5th book, I believe, in the Encrypted series, maybe the 6th. I don't know. It comes out in April. I think I lied. I think it comes out in March. Anyways, I need to read this. I haven't liked these as much because they're from Antimony's point of view, not Verity's, and I don't like her as much. So I'm dragging my feet a little bit, but I know when I read these, I always end up really liking them, so I need to just read it. And then there's two more. The first one's one my son gave me to read, and that is the second book in the Wings of Fire graphic novel series. So this is The Lost Heir. These pretty much follow the original Wings of Fire series, which I'm still reading. My son and I both read them, and then we talk about them. And he's been really enjoying the graphic novels because he loves graphic novels, and this is the second book in that. And the first book was well done in the graphic novel series, so I will go ahead and read this. It'll be a quick read, too. And then the last one on my reading list is Watcher in the Woods. This is one I just got from the library, so if you watched my Stacking the Shelves on Saturday, you saw this. This is the fourth book in the Rockton series, and I think it's the final one. I can't remember if there's 4 or 5 books in the series, but I thought it was the final book in the series. So I'm super excited to read this and see how things end up, because I really love that series. So that's what I got. You know, like normal, I'll go through and hold them all up. Lots of ebooks, lots of Kindle books, lots of review books. You know, really only a couple to be read pile books because I just don't have that much left. And I think I've got some on my list to read the first 2 weeks of March. So I will probably go through those, and then I won't do these anymore because there's no reason to. It's the same as my stacking shelves. Any other news? Not really. If you watch my Stacking the Shelves, I gave a little update about everything. So weather, hockey, spring break, all that fun stuff. I know there's a kitten like banging on the door. If you hear that. The kitten doesn't like it when we lock him out of places, and he's out there like banging on the door. And my son's out playing Fortnite. So again, if you heard shouting in the background, it was Fortnite induced. I don't know what else to say. Like, I'm filming a little bit differently. I went ahead and situated stuff so that my bookcase is at my back and I can put my lighting in the center. I was trying to film at a little desk over in the corner, but I had to put the lighting off to the side, and one side of my face always brighter than the other. It's always amazing to me how tricky lighting is, because if you want everything to look nice and bright, especially like I'm filming at night right now, it's hard to do. And it's especially hard, and this is something no YouTubers tell you, like if you wear glasses, it's really hard to do lighting because I have to set the lighting in a way that it's not reflecting in my glasses, but it still reflects evenly on my face. So I don't want it coming down and I don't want it coming up, but I don't want it coming right at me because you'll see lights in my glasses. So yeah, a little comment on that. And I have been thinking maybe I will take my YouTube channel up a little bit and try to do some more professional editing. I used to actually edit my videos and do like title pages and all that stuff, but I kind of stopped because the video software I had on my computer wasn't working very well and it was very time consuming. So now I just try to make sure everything is set up and I just record it and you guys get what you get. So I might try to do some more editing because I actually like graphic editing, video editing, photo editing, all that kind of stuff. And I'm pretty into it. I just haven't had time between work and kids and reading and all that. So maybe I'll get a little bit more into that as I have more time because I don't have so much reading to do. I mean, that's kind of what this whole reading list thing is about, was to get my to be read pile down so that I could get out of this reading hobby turned almost part-time job with all the review books that I've been doing for like the last 10 years. And I tend to be in a 10-year hobby cycle. We call it because like for 10 years I did all this like greyhound animal adoption work. And then when I had my son, I kind of rolled into doing all this book review stuff. And maybe now it's time to roll into something else. I don't know. I think I'm like on a 10-year cycle for getting intensely involved in hobbies. All right. So I blabbed again a lot. I guess I'm in a very talkative mood tonight. But I'll stop now. I hope you guys enjoyed the reading list post. I will talk to you next week with Stacking the Shelves. And I hope you have a great week and read a lot of great books. And I will talk to you later. Bye.